Michigan's still likely a number 1 seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament, regardless of what they do in next week's Big Ten tournament. Michigan State, though, while they should be in, figuring out where they land is a bit tricky. Detroit News Michigan State beat writer Matt Charboneau joined me to discuss what's next for the Green and White.
I mean, Michigan State's got to be in the NCAA tournament at this point, no?
I don't know. I couldn't understand how they couldn't be at this point. If you look at most of the brackets, all the experts out there pretty much have them in at this point. When you consider, though, beating Michigan, number 2 team, you throw in the Ohio State and Illinois wins last week, it's really hard to see another team out there that doesn't have that on the resume. And the other thing, you hear Jay Billis talk about this a lot about bubble teams. A lot of bubble teams, all of them really have shown they can lose. How many of them can show they can win games? And I think Michigan State's proven that.
3 weeks ago, I had them left for dead. I mean, I put it out there on Twitter. I said there's no way that the tournament streak is going to end. I just didn't see how this team was going to get it done. How the heck did they?
Well, that's a good question. Sometimes it looked really good. Other times it was a little ugly. And some of that was just being physical. If you look back at the Illinois and Ohio State games in particular, it was just being physical and defensively making life difficult for those teams.
Can this Michigan State team make a run in the big dance? Or is this just kind of one of those teams where you say, hey, they got in, the streak is going forward, and happier days are ahead?
I think the bigger picture is you look at a Tom Izzo team, and just like you and a lot of people, you weren't alone. Most people had this team out. Right. But then at some point you realize, what was I second guessing Tom Izzo for? They figure out a way to do it. So I would never say they don't have a chance to make a run.
So here's how the very top of the Big Ten tournament bracket looks. It just released minutes ago. The Spartans, the 9 seed. They'll play Maryland, who lost tonight at home against Penn State. That game Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. The winner will play number 1 seed Michigan Friday morning in Indianapolis.